Thank you. The Wind Ensemble's next selection will be a transcription of George Gershwin's second prelude for piano. It was adapted in the early 20th century by arranger John Krantz. Thank you. For our next selection, the Wind Ensemble would like to play a composition titled Armed Forces Salute, arranged by Bob Lane. This is an arrangement that can It's 5 of our service song. Person, friend, family member, supporter of someone that's serving or has served in our armed forces. Hear your service, please stand and accept our appreciation. Thank you. Thanks. Our next selection from the Wind Ensemble will be a march called National Emblem by E.E. Bagley. It contains, as part of its melodic material, the theme to our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chancellor Mark Money, UW Milwaukee. You know, it's going to be a blast. We're going to talk to some students as I'm guest hosting Panther Minute. So first, are you excited about graduation?
I am. I'm very excited.
What are you looking forward to the most?
I'm really looking forward just to celebrate with everyone who supported me through this journey.
Feel accomplished. Yeah, can't wait to start working.
It's been incredible. I can't believe that it's about to be over.
You know what? It's been really fulfilling, of course challenging, but it's been very exciting overall.
It just feels like it's unreal. Like I've been waiting for this moment for a really long time.
Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to Dr. Brooks, my voice teacher, and Dr. Darla, my choir teacher.
I've had a lot of support from my advisor, Lori Fitzenberger, who provided great resources.
Well, my parents, for sure.
I'd like to give a shout out to my friends that are in that cube right there.
Really, at the Waukesha campus, being around a smaller group of people, about 30 other students, you get to know everyone, and even if they don't feel confident when tests are coming up, whatever else, everyone else is hyping you up and getting you excited and making you feel confident.
What have you enjoyed the most in terms of kind of a physical location, something where you've been able to really shine and enjoy yourself?
In the theater.
Maybe this table?
This table, this is your table.
Yeah, this is my table.
They used to keep a piano kind of near the ballroom, and I played piano growing up, so I used to sneak off there, and in between classes, I'd play some piano.
Probably just sitting by the fountain any time of the day.
The Northwest Quad, since they just redid it for our major, because we didn't really have like a home base.
Final question. Any advice you'd give for future Panthers, those who aren't as far along as you?
Yeah, there are so many resources to take advantage of on campus, and it's just kind of about stepping out of your comfort zone and really exploring what the university has to offer.
Go to class. You're paying for it. You should probably go.
Enjoy yourself first of all, make friends, and just try to put yourself out there.
Make good use of your time because these 4 years are going to go by pretty quick.
Well, there you have it. Thanks for joining me on this great adventure, and congratulations to the thousands of graduates from our Milwaukee, Washington County, and Waukesha campuses. And let me offer 2 pieces of advice. Number 1, make a lot of friends wherever you go. And number 2, engage with those faculty and staff who are there to help you. Congratulations again, and go Panthers!
UW-Milwaukee was my first choice because it has America's only school of freshwater sciences.
Because their strong pre-med program is the first step towards my dream job.
Because of the paid internships and connections.
UWM was my first choice because of the hands-on experience I get.
Because their entrepreneurship center helped me build my business.
I'm from Marathon.
I'm from Aarhus, Denmark.
I'm from St. Charles, Illinois.
I'm from Milwaukee, and UWM was my first choice.
Make it yours.
In the middle of summer, leading up to my first year of college, I received an email from the Dean of the School of Architecture and Urban Planning, basically saying that there was another scholarship that was available to me, and it came with an internship at Epstein Ewen Architects. I got connected with a couple ambassadors for EUA, and I went through a bunch of meetings, got introduced to a bunch of projects. I've pretty much been smooth sailing from there on. As a student intern, I often engage with the professionals. A lot of days that looks like sitting in on meetings, taking notes. Other days it looks like helping them with graphics for site plans. If I'm not engaging with professionals, I'm often doing my own thing, playing with software, reading books, just whatever I can to use my brain. For me personally, I got the internship at such a young age. That basically is gonna help me get licensed at an earlier age than most professionals. I'm gonna probably be getting pushed out into it by the time I'm 25. Even though that you might be inexperienced, still ask a lot of questions, still give your input. It's the internship that teaches you how to be a professional.
Community at UWM makes me think about
harmony, peace, working together.
A space for everyone.
A barbecue at your mentor's house.
there was no feeling of being different.
They're very caring.
I feel like I found a place where I belong.
I told my professor, and she was like, you do belong here.
They noticed who I was as a leader, as a student, as a community member, and I felt that I mattered, and I felt that I was seen.
Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my charm. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright, 'cause I'm free, freer than I've ever been
Through a professional organization that I'm a part of, I made a connection, and that ultimately landed me an internship with the Milwaukee Brewers, which landed me a position at the Milwaukee Bucks, which ultimately landed me a position at Northwestern Mutual, where I will be working full-time after graduation. My internship at Northwestern Mutual is in the core data and analytics department. I help teach data scientists and data engineers how to communicate with data in a more efficient way. UWM has provided me such a way that I can do different internships while being a full-time student. They worked around my schedule where I could go to my internship and then go back for class and then maybe come back, just because we're only a 10-minute drive downtown. All of my work that I've done the past 4 years have just been paying off, so it's exciting.
I intern at WEC Energy Group downtown at the IT division. I'm part of the cloud team, which kind of deals with the server side of IT. So basically like the IT for IT, like we help run everything that other IT groups do. I definitely say the biggest benefit would be the professional experience, like working at a big company, because there's just so much that goes into it, like how to write your emails, how to like converse with colleagues. Being able to put this experience on my resume and being able to like go from starting the internship knowing nothing about what I do in this IT field to now like being almost a year in, I like can speak about what I do and like actually have experience and knowledge about it. UWM has like multiple career services. We get like emails about like these career fairs all the time, and like if you need help, like go to the career services. I just feel like UWM has so many like people to talk to if you're looking for a job, even if it's not an internship. If you don't know what you're going to do with your life, you never have to feel lost if you take advantage of the opportunities on campus.
UW-Milwaukee was my first choice because it has a diverse campus that gives back to the community.
Because they give health professionals the confidence and support we need.
UWM was my first choice because I wanted to be a part of an award-winning green campus.
Because I knew I could jump into research right away.
Because their passionate professors are teaching me to teach the next generation.
I'm from De Pere.
I'm from Rockford, Illinois.
I'm from Beach Park, Illinois.
I'm from Gills Rock, and UWM was my first choice. Make it yours.
You and me got a whole lot of history. We could be the greatest team that the world has ever seen. You and me got a whole lot of history. So hard.
Can we skip to the good part?
If you just know you're that girl, you just have no choice but to be that girl. And I feel like I'm that girl.
What if you don't wake up feeling like that girl? How do you be that girl?
You need to go back to sleep and wake back up again so you can feel like that girl.
I understood the assignment.
I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them.
You're an artist. Yeah. Are you good at it?
Yes.
You don't start things and not finish them. You don't quit. There's nothing that comes out of quitting besides knowing that you didn't finish. We finish everything. You start it, finish it. If you're gonna do it to try and be the best. Not be better than other people, be the best for you.
Welcome. Welcome to the UW-Milwaukee Panther Arena. For your safety, please locate the nearest exit in the unlikely case of an emergency. please use the following as a guide to help you determine the quickest route. If you are in Section 100 seats, please go down the steps and toward the up ramps at the north or south side of the arena. If you are in Section 200 seats, please go up the steps and use the nearest exit behind you out of the arena. If you are in Section 300 seats, please go down the steps and use the nearest exit out of the arena. If you are in Section 400 seats, please go down the steps and use the down ramp to exits on the north or south side of the arena. Thank you for coming to the UW-Milwaukee Panther Arena. Your safety is our priority. Please enjoy the event.
Welcome to the May 2023 University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee Commencement Ceremony. Please direct your attention to the floor of the arena. Our procession today is led by members of UWM's distinguished faculty. They represent the more than 1,600 faculty and instructional staff who are dedicated to student success. Today, UWM celebrates the graduation of more than 3,400 students who have achieved significant educational milestones. Of those eligible to graduate today, more than 2,300 have completed work on their bachelor's degrees, nearly 90 are earning associate degrees, and more than 1,000 have reached the conclusion of their work on graduate certificates, master's, and doctoral degrees. And now, the procession of our platform party, led by University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee Chancellor Mark Money. Among those who are part of the platform party today are many individuals who coordinate the operation of UWM, one of America's top research universities. Also present are representatives from the UW System Board of Regents and the UWM Board of Visitors. They are joined by Peggy Williams-Smith, the president and CEO of Visit Milwaukee. She will deliver the commencement address. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, the May 2023 commencement ceremony for the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee is about to begin.
We love this incredible music, don't we? Well, good afternoon and welcome to the members of the class of UW-Milwaukee, class of 2023. Let's hear it for this remarkable set of graduates. Platform party, thank you. You may be seated. I'm Mark Money, Chancellor of the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, and I'm delighted to welcome all of our students, family, friends to our 128th commencement ceremony. You know more than anyone how difficult this journey has been, what you've gone through in terms of the only class that has gone their entire time really being in the throes of the pandemic. We applaud your perseverance. We recognize that you endured many unpredictable challenges to get here today, besides the challenge of traffic and all of the things that happened to truly get here today. On behalf of all of the UW-Milwaukee faculty and staff, I'm extraordinarily proud to serve as your host, whether you're here in the Panther Arena or for the thousands of individuals who are viewing us online today. Thank you all for joining us. Will you all please stand for the national anthem? We will be led by William Toney, who graduates today from the Peck School of the Arts.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, William, and thank you to the UWM Wind Ensemble conducted by Interim Director of University Bands, Scott Corley. Let's hear it for all of them, please. Twice a year, the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee celebrates Graduation Day. For many, these are once-in-a-lifetime days, but for others, this might be the second, third, or even fourth degree. But for all of you, this commencement is an important event. You are the individuals who survived the throes of that pandemic. You're resolving societal ills. You're really engaged in the community, and you're improving the quality of life for thousands through research and more. You will be the entrepreneurs who amplify innovation. When I think about the next Trek bicycle or the next Harley Davidson, I think about the next Miller Brewing or Rockwell Automation. Those all started in garages. Those are all innovators. Those are all individuals that are exemplified by the graduates that we have here today. The future of our world is truly in your hands. You will also be the class of graduates who create value through your many talents in all types of organizations. We have this year put over 5,300 students into the workforce that largely remain in Wisconsin. In fact, over the last decade, almost 55,000 students from UW-Milwaukee have graduated and remain in this area. Think about the magnitude of students from this state and the larger Midwest that stay here. So you're making a huge difference across schools, nonprofits, healthcare organizations. Name the sector, you're making the difference. As our city, state, and nation face challenging issues requiring urgent innovation and problem solving, UWM Panthers are there. You're making a difference, figuring things out. You may not know it, but we're the state's only public research access mission university. We're unique in that There's no other campus in the state of Wisconsin, public or private, as a four-year institution that has what this campus has in terms of being a Carnegie-recognized, community-engaged, and nationally recognized Carnegie Research One university that puts the quality workforce together the way that we have. The diversity of our students, the diversity of our viewpoints, of our backgrounds, of all the different aspects of our alumni inspire ideas, really making a bigger difference in changing individuals' lives that I get to see over and over again. I'm very fortunate. UWM has changed you, and you have done an awful lot in return and will continue to do more. We're very proud of what you've accomplished. Today, there were 3,424 individuals who were eligible to graduate. If we had all week, maybe all month, we could tell you the stories of each of those individuals. But because we don't have that much time, we've captured on video a few stories of the incredible graduates. So why don't we take a listen and see what our students will tell us and some of the advice that they'll give for future Panthers. Please enjoy this.
My favorite UWM memory is, of course, the track and field one. It was my sophomore year at Outdoor Conference Championships, and it was actually where I scored my first ever point. So I kind of called myself the 1-point wonder.
I am the graduate equity team lead for the equity team in the Honors College, and we just hosted the Race, Justice, and Power Conference. And it was great to just see undergrads have an opportunity to talk about the different things that they're passionate about and are observing in our society.
My favorite UW memory was representing the School of Public Health at a Brewers game and being featured. It was so cool. I got to be in the big screen. We just got to enjoy the game for the rest of the day and got out of school for it.
Through the Investment Management Certificate Program, I was given the experience to go abroad. We went to London. I got to meet other professionals in the investment space. I spent an extra week in Europe, and I got to go to the Netherlands, and I got to go to Germany, and it was a really great experience.
Over the course of my time here, I was able to start an art club called Art for All, and through that, we were able to propose a mural to the Dean of Peck School of the Arts and get it approved, and to create something lasting for the UWM campus.
The thing I'll miss most about UWM at Washington County is probably the small class sizes. And it really just helped me focus on my studies and have that personal relationship with my professors.
What I'll miss most about UWM are the friendships that I've created on campus and within the Roberto Hernandez Center. I've been able to connect with other students who come from similar backgrounds as me, and we are able to relate to each other on a more personal level.
Definitely the urban environment and having things to do around the campus. I'll especially miss going to Bucks games with the student deal, with the student rush tickets. It's been great over the past 3 years.
UWM helped me grow my career with their co-op program. Because of that, I worked for Findorf at the Kultur Project along Milwaukee's lakefront. And post-graduation, I'll continue to work for Findorf as a project engineer.
I just feel so much more confidence, like with the knowledge that UW Milwaukee at Waukesha has given me, not only in my nursing abilities, but in life.
I am teaching classes where I'm seeing my kids succeed. When I plan a lesson, I think of everything right off the bat right away. And I've only been able to do that because of the amazing faculty and things I've learned in my classes.
I recently accepted a job offer by the Public Service Commission as a water data scientist, and I don't believe I would have been able to do that had I not been here at the school, and also did a lot of research that I did here, and also had the amazing course content.
UWM has given me so many opportunities in my time here to connect with employers outside of the university. Through the externship program, I was able to secure a job before graduation. I will be an architectural designer at Romulus & Stein Architecture and Interiors.
I think the best advice I can give is coming here with no expectations other than you will give yourself entirely to the experience that you're about to have.
Make an actual attempt to find your place on campus.
Enjoy the student schedule while you have it and while you're young.
Do your homework. Just do it.
An experience like this will open your eyes, but only if you allow it.
tell you, I could listen to those stories all day. I had the pleasure of interviewing a number of our students. One of them included Jeff, who you just saw talking about do your homework. He also said, just go to class, you're paying for it, which is just great advice. He's full of wonderful, wonderful stories. I think that what happens now is that you graduate and you go on, you're going to have more remarkable contributions, you're going to achieve great things. And we want to keep in touch with you, and it's really important. One of the highlights beyond graduation is when we are able to tell the stories. You just heard on that video about the couture. Matt Rinka is a graduate of our program, architectural program, and his firm designed the couture. They designed the Deer District. They designed a number of great things in Milwaukee, from the incredible buildings and skyline to many different urban and rural areas. And I think about other amazing alumni and how important it is for us to keep track and be able to tell your stories. So we've sent you a survey recently, and I would ask you to fill that survey out. It's really important for us to be able to do that and to be able to meet the needs for you as we continue to adapt to meet educational needs of the future. So I encourage you to complete that. Now, let me explain how our graduates are set up in the room here. Those seated closest to the stage, those up front, right behind our faculty, either have or soon will be awarded their academic hoods, the colors of which signify the areas of study of their doctoral and master's degree. In the middle of the arena floor and further back are our bachelor's and associate degree recipients. Those undergraduate scholars who have completed their degrees through the Honors College are wearing pewter-colored stoles. There are 86 students who earned that special stole this year. 6 days ago, we also awarded gold honors cords to our bachelor's and associate's degree candidates. An unprecedented 1,031 were eligible. Students who are wearing our official pewter and gold cords are graduating with honors today. Would all of you, in terms of undergraduate honors and honors college students, please rise and be recognized. This is a well-deserved recognition. Enjoy this. Thank you all. There are also 12 students among those earning bachelor's and associate's degrees in this afternoon ceremony who are among what we call the academic elite. Each maintained a perfect 4.0 grade point average throughout their entire career at UWM. I'd ask these students to stand and remain standing when your name is called. Audience, I know it's difficult, but please hold your applause until all the recipients, all these amazing students' names are read. We have 5 students earning a perfect 4.0 from the Sheldon B. Lubar College of Business. They include Cassidy Askin, Angelo Camilleri, Gabrielle Majinski, Aaron Thompson, and Megan Warchall. From the Peck School of the Arts, we have 3 students, Hudna Nurnberg, Samantha Steffen, Quinn Stevens. We have 2 students from the College of Engineering and Applied Science, Hunter Montgomery and Jared Thierfelder. From the College of Health Sciences, we have 1 student, Connor Mazans, and there's 1 associate student from the College of General Studies, Claire Haas. Let's have them all stand and give them a great round of applause. There's another group in the audience and on the floor that I would like to recognize as well. UW-Milwaukee last year, out of actually more than 5,600 universities, was recognized not in the top 10%, but in the top 10 military-friendly. In fact, we're number 5 military-friendly with over 1,000 military veterans on our campus. We are proud of that service, and we appreciate and salute your service, and thank you for that. I would ask all our military veterans to stand, including those in the audience, and we would like to recognize you for your service today. Our military veteran graduates can be recognized because they're wearing red, white, and blue cords. So if you see them, thank them, shake their hand. I would ask at this point to have us recognize also another outstanding group. These include our McNair Scholars. These are the first in their family to attend college, and they come from diverse backgrounds. They have completed a rigorous research program that prepares them to go on to graduate school. They're wearing the black and gold stoles. Let's recognize, if the McNair Scholars would please rise, let's recognize them as well, please. Thank you. As I'm sure you've noticed by now, I'm not alone on the stage. Later in today's ceremony, you're going to meet our honorary degree recipient, the deans of our academic schools and colleges, and other contributors to this university. The other remarkable people on stage today represent important areas of UW-Milwaukee. They're attending to witness, with me, the conferring of your degrees. Please allow me to introduce this latter group. I ask the audience to please hold your applause until all the individuals are standing. I'll start with Robin Van Harpen, Senior Vice Chancellor for Finance and Administrative Affairs. Gail Dukes, who's the Chair of the University Staff Committee. Kelly Haig, Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs. Dr. Mark Schwartz, Chair of the University Committee. Mike Preem, Chair of the Academic Staff Committee. Dr. John Reisel, Secretary of the University. Michael Doylan, Associate Vice Provost and Director of the UWM Libraries. Bruce Block, representing the UWM Foundation. Emmy Robertson, UWM Board of Visitors. Liv Wong, Vice Chancellor for Marketing and Communications. Joan Nesbitt, Vice Chancellor for Development and Alumni Relations. And Dr. Liz Drame, Special Assistant to the Vice Chancellor for the Division of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and a Professor of Education. Let's give them all a round of applause. Thank you. Our sign language interpreters for today's program are Pam Conine and Linda Lonning. Let's hear it for them. You might have noticed that there's several people in the aisles, people in the hallways, people helping move everyone and really run this program well today. They're in gold gowns, and they are the UWM Commencement Marshals. They've done amazing work, not just in terms of volunteering their time with us for a big portion of the weekend, but there's also a lot of prep work, a lot of rehearsal, a lot of things that happen before and after that aren't always appreciated. These folks are led by our Chief Marshal, Gwen Wallander, who's a senior academic advisor in the College of Letters and Science. Can all the marshals please stand and be recognized? Thank you all. UWM would not be the university that it is, the recognitions that I've mentioned earlier. You would not be here today. We would not be having this ceremony if it was not for what I consider to be the greatest faculty and staff in this country, if not beyond. They're remarkably hardworking, they're remarkably talented, they could be anywhere, but they have chosen and they have remained at UW-Milwaukee and made a huge difference in a lot of lives, generations of lives. Faculty and staff, please rise and be recognized. Your faculty. Thank you. Bringing us Regent greetings today is Regent Kyle Weatherly. I'd like to give a little bit of background first about what Regents do. The University of Wisconsin is a system. UW-Milwaukee is one of 13 campuses. It's overseen by the Regents. It's another way of saying, Kyle is my boss. Okay, so we have this remarkable leader in our community. Kyle is the co-founder of Front Desk, which is an organization that has employed an awful lot of Panthers. In fact, his partner is a Panther in that business. It's a short-term housing provider that was launched in 2017, also known as a rocket ship type of organization in terms of how it's had remarkable growth. Prior to that, Kyle was the president and co-owner of Solaris, an advanced medical device company. You might say Kyle is a serial entrepreneur. He's pretty remarkable in his innovation, and we're very grateful for the many ways that he's given back and how much he cares about students across the UW system. Kyle earned his MPA in Public Management and a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and History from UW-Madison. In between degrees, he worked for Habitat for Humanity. Will you all please welcome Regent Kyle Weatherly.
Thank you, Chancellor Money. Good afternoon, UWM. All right, one more time. The morning people did better than that. Good afternoon, UWM. It is an honor to be part of the celebration today. I have 3 goals in the next couple of minutes. First, to welcome you. Second, to offer you some sage Regent life advice. And third, to ask an important favor. Let's get started. First, the welcome. On behalf of the Board of Regents and UW System President Jay Rothman, I want to welcome you to your graduation. Congratulations on getting here today. But of course, I don't only want to welcome the incredible students sitting in front of me, I also want to welcome the equally incredible parents, grandparents, friends, colleagues, siblings, and many others who helped get their loved ones today. Thank you for your support. Second, that sage Regent life advice I mentioned. This one is a bit of a lie. Actually, it's a complete lie. I have no advice for you. In fact, I should be the one asking you all for advice. Earning a degree is hard enough, but earning a degree in the midst of a global pandemic is simply extraordinary. Your persistence and grit leaves me short of advice, but full of admiration. Third, and lastly, I have a favor to ask, and this one isn't a fib. You are graduating from a great school that does critical work for Milwaukee and Wisconsin. And shortly, you're going to cross this stage and transition from a student to an alum. We need you to stay engaged with UWM long after today. Engagement can be anything: mentoring a student, going to basketball or soccer games, or simply wearing Panther black and gold to brunch. But whatever it is to you, please stay engaged. We need you. So that's it. Again, congratulations. Thank you for your attention. And most importantly, don't forget to email me your life advice. God knows I could use it. Thank you.
Thank you, Kyle. What I appreciate about Regent Weatherly's request and engagement is that he does this. He volunteers, he does an awful lot of things on our campus and many others across the system. As I look out across our audience today, I see an awful lot of support. Students, you've received a lot of what I describe as non-academic support. I'd like to build on what Regent Weatherly just did and take it up maybe just a notch, because you are the recipients of incredible wisdom, sometimes financial support, an awful lot of support from work colleagues, from parents, families, friends. And I think you should stand up and give some back to those folks. Let's have some thunderous applause for those who've been able to support you. Go ahead and rise and give them that support. Wonderful, thank you. So we've got a mom or dad out there who accepts Venmo, so keep that in mind. So I'd like to now share a few comments about our keynote speaker, Peggy Williams-Smith. She is esteemed and she has achieved remarkable things. I think you're going to enjoy her story. And I hope you're in for a dose of positive energy because she brings it. Peggy is the president and CEO of Visit Milwaukee, the city's award-winning Convention and Visitors Bureau. To say that she is Milwaukee's greatest cheerleader would probably be an understatement. Peggy and I have the hospitality industry in common. Many of you know that's where I got my start, as a dishwasher at a restaurant in Washington State. Peggy started her career on the front lines as a bartender and server before advancing to banquet management at country clubs, and then ever-increasing leadership roles during her 22 years with the Marcus Hotels and Resorts, where she rose to levels of senior management. This gave her great credibility when she was vying for and attained in 2019 the top spot at Visit Milwaukee. Peggy also has something in common with our graduates. You all had a pandemic sprung on you as you were ascending in your college and professional lives. Peggy was in her new role just 4 months before COVID-19 shutdowns took hold. Not a great start to attracting visitors, businesses, and conventions to this particularly wonderful city. So she innovated, and Visit Milwaukee became the go-to source for information for hospitality industry and the industry's #1 advocate on state and local levels. From promoting the city to the nation during the Milwaukee Bucks championship run, to leading the city's bid to secure the 2024 Republican National Convention, Peggy's strategic leadership will ultimately result in long-term economic gains for Milwaukee, among many other types of gains. She's an innovator, a master collaborator, and a unifying force. Last December, the Milwaukee Business Journal named Peggy as Executive of the Year. She was also one of 2 Milwaukee business leaders named to the inaugural Biz Women 100, the first national listing of women who are making an impact in their business communities. Peggy is also an alumna. She's a good friend to UWM, where she serves on our University Foundation Board, among other things. I know you want to hear more from her without delay, so I give the floor to Peggy Williams-Smith. Peggy.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you, Chancellor, faculty, and staff. Thank you so much for inviting me here to help celebrate you, the graduating class, as you close the door on this chapter and embark on your next. I also want to thank you for the continued work the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee does in our community, not only educating each of you, but giving you the opportunities to make our city, our region, and our state a better place to live and work. As a proud University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee alumna, it is one of the honors of my life to be here celebrating each of you and your major accomplishment today. It's also quite frightening to be the person entrusted a final farewell for this chapter of your life with this amazing institution. For those of you who spent 5 years working towards this day, I bet you're kicking yourself because you could have had Wisconsin son Willem Dafoe as your commencement speaker last year. No one's gonna have shirts underneath with Spider-Man today. I'm gonna try my hardest to fill his Golden Globe award-winning shoes. When I started at UWM nearly 35 years ago, the world was a totally different place. Weekend at Bernie's, Major League and Say Anything were taking over the box office. Milli Vanilli was lip-syncing their hit songs. Poison and Chicago were topping the musical charts. The internet was in its infancy, and as a matter of fact, the biggest dropper in majors that year was a major called Computer and Information. And that's because at that time, computers, they were in a lab, and you had to reserve time to use them. I still typed all my papers on a typewriter. And get this, 35 years ago, women weren't yet allowed to wear pants on the floors of Congress. Unfortunately, at the top of my list most days back then was avoiding parking tickets while trying to get to class. My personal rule, which I assume you don't follow because you are here at commencement, was that if I couldn't find a spot within 2 blocks, I would simply miss class that day. When I did make it to class, I was always in a rush. You know, finding that perfect spot takes time. Once, I was in such a rush that I ran into class, stayed on campus for a full day, only to realize when I got back to my car that the car had been running all day with the keys inside of it. But look at me now, here I am, I found a parking spot today. My story is not unique. I grew up here in Milwaukee in a suburb, Greenfield, with 2 loving, hardworking parents who worked hard to make sure that I had every opportunity to be successful. One of my earliest memories was sitting with my dad while he was doing work quotes. He was a steel salesman, and he would have me work the calculator, and if he won business, I would get a steak dinner. As a Generation Xer, I was a latchkey kid who watched my siblings from a young age. I started babysitting at the ripe old age of 11, and at that time, I was getting paid $1 an hour to watch 3 kids, $1 an hour. I had good grades in high school, but didn't really know what I wanted to do when I grew up. I entered UWM as an undecided freshman and didn't declare my major until well into my junior year. Throughout college, I worked my way through by bartending and waitressing, as Chancellor said. These jobs taught me the most important life skills that I still use today. I learned to listen to hear, not to respond but to understand. I learned empathy, patience, pride, and hard work. I learned teamwork. My actions had direct consequences on the people around me, and if I didn't come to work, someone else would have to pick up the slack. It was during this time that I also fell in love with the ability to make people happy. That's what the service industry is, and I loved it. After UWM, I thought I needed a change of pace, so I moved cross country to Los Angeles with a friend. I rented an apartment that I found through a newspaper, because again, there weren't computers. I tried my best to make it. I worked in hospitality, but LA didn't feel quite right. After racking up a $500 phone bill calling home within a month of my arrival, and living through 2 earthquakes in a flood season, I knew it was time to go home. I missed my friends, I missed my family, and realized Milwaukee was where I was meant to be. And that move was incredibly important, and I don't regret it. I took a risk, and although it didn't work out the way I thought it would in my mind, it made me realize how much I loved it here. That's a feeling I hope each of you gets to have, even if it just comes from returning from a vacation. Shortly after returning, I started with Marcus Hotels and Resorts, where I spent the next 22 years helping people to make their memories, whether it be by planning their wedding, the most important day of their life, or simply by helping them to plan a birthday or a business meeting. I derived incredible satisfaction by making people happy. It also allowed me to sell the city I loved, Milwaukee. Many of our customers weren't from here, and I was able to share the love of my hometown with everyone I met. I worked hard at Marcus. I spent time asking questions, listening for answers, and seeking out mentors who could help me to become a better leader. I was never afraid to take risks or make mistakes, and I was fortunate enough to have great bosses who allowed those mistakes to make me better at my job. I was never afraid to put in for a promotion and never upset if I was told I wasn't ready. That made me ask more questions, so I'd be ready the next time the opportunity presented itself. During my time with Marcus, I held 10 different positions over the 22 years, and it afforded me amazing opportunities to give back to our community. As a matter of fact, I thought I had the perfect life. I was married, I had no kids, I was living in a condo downtown, traveling extensively for work, and that's always when life deals you a twist. Mine came in the form of my 12-year-old niece, who came over one day and told me she was no longer safe living at home and she needed to move in with me. As they say, the only constant in life is change, and this was a big one. I would love to tell you that it was a perfect transition, but it wasn't. But with hard work and a lot of love, we made it through. And she is actually a sophomore here at UWM in the Helen Bader School of Social Work, and she is my most favorite unexpected pleasure in life. After adjusting to being a parent, I began to reassess what I wanted to do, and an incredible opportunity presented itself. The CEO position at Visit Milwaukee opened up. Now, I had never been a CEO. I had held leadership positions, but not the leadership position. Could I do it, I asked myself? I probably don't have all of the qualifications. But then I thought if a reality TV host could make it to the presidency, I could certainly lead an organization that sold our city. So in late 2019, after many interviews, I began my job at Visit Milwaukee. It was the perfect job at the perfect time. People were calling it the Year of Milwaukee. We were chosen to host the Democratic National Convention, and we were just named Midwest's Sexiest City by Vogue. My job was going to be easy. At the same time, here you were, starting your college journey. While I was planning on how to host a major political convention, you were looking forward to your second semester, parties, Panther sports, knowing your way around the campus. Then the unthinkable happened. Instead of choosing your summer job, you juggled the first pandemic we have seen in over a century. By March, we were all locked in our homes and uncertain of what would happen. After that semester, you got used to virtual learning and tried to combat your feelings of seclusion and disconnection. Those were scary times, and you all found ways to persevere during those darkest of days. And for that, you have already impressed the world. As someone new to my position, I experienced similar anguish. I didn't know when or if travel would come back, and when it did, we weren't sure what would be left of Milwaukee for visitors to experience. The pandemic experience likely taught you lessons similar to those that I learned. One is that virtual will never, and I mean ever, fully replace the need for in-person human connection. It can't, and we can't let it. Whether it's ChatGPT, IA-created audio and images, or a schedule of entirely virtual meetings, tech tools like these can offer enhancements, but they can also increase our sense of isolation from the rest of the world. And while it might be my job to say this, I also fully believe that one of the best antidotes to this is to travel. Create a national parks road trip, or spin a globe and fly wherever your finger lands. Pick an ocean and learn about what makes it special. Or even choose a neighborhood in Milwaukee that you've never been to and have a meal there. Whatever you do, it's always worth it to create experiences like these through travel that introduce you to new perspectives. Those fresh perspectives can give you shape and color to your own and selfishly help you to see just how amazing Milwaukee is to live, work, and play. The quality of life we enjoy here with our stunning lakefront, our world-class dining, our top-notch arts scene, the festivals, and our beloved sports team like the 2021 NBA Championship Bucks. They all have a little more sparkle when you look at them with fresh eyes. So after you pack up your apartments and polish your resumes, you'll be off to find a wonderful job, or perhaps a really terrible first job. And you will, of course, get an education of a totally different kind. Wherever you land, I urge you to get involved with your community. Join a rec league, volunteer with a school, help out at a nonprofit. While you do that, truly commit to that organization. You will get so much in return. Volunteerism has brought a lot to my life: friendships, education, and most of all, that sense of belonging we're looking for. I know you can and will do all of these things, and I wish each and every one of you all of the luck in the world as you carve out your place in this life. Finally, above all, be kind to one another and to yourself. Grace is so necessary in these times, so take a moment, tell someone you like their hair, you admire their grit, you love their outfit. These things cost you nothing, and the joy they bring to you and to others is indescribable. Our future will be brighter because of the work that UWM has prepared you to do, and I can't wait to be amazed by your contributions to our community. Thank you, and go Panthers.
Peggy, I couldn't think of a more inspiring message for our graduates from an alumna like you. Thank you again for your great words of wisdom. This afternoon, we have the privilege of giving one individual an honorary degree. It's the most prestigious, the highest honor that our campus bestows. These degrees do not come easily. The origin has to start with faculty. There has to be somebody they deem worthy, meritorious, not just regionally, not just nationally, but oftentimes global in terms of their impact. The faculty committee go through a significant package of materials to the Honorary Degrees Committee. In closed session, the Honorary Degrees Committee reviews the work, the accomplishments, the impact of the individual, and if the candidate is successful, they go into our Faculty Senate. Faculty Senate reviews also in closed session. Again, if the candidate is successful, they go to the Board of Regents. In closed session, I will present the case, and we have today the result of that rigorous process with an individual who will receive an honorary award, honorary degree. To help conclude this lengthy process that I just described, I call upon our Provost and Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs, Scott Gronert. Scott, take it away, please.
Thank you, Chancellor Mone. I call upon Dean Kushal Chari of the Sheldon B. Lubar College of Business to bring forward our honorary degree candidate, recipient Peter Fagan. The University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee cites Peter Fagan as a distinguished business leader, civic visionary, and community champion. Peter is president of the Milwaukee Bucks. Since founding the franchise in 2014, he has catalyzed the financing, planning, design, yes, go Bucks, and construction of the Fiserv Forum. Adding to that is the ongoing development of the Deer District, the most significant downtown Milwaukee development in decades. The Deer District is more than an entertainment venue. It's a growing neighborhood with great diversity. Its location and access continue to expand with everything from a wealth advisory firm, music venues, and soon a new hotel. Peter's business leadership with the Bucks organization has been complemented by a strong personal and organizational commitment to the community and the city of Milwaukee. In 2015, he established Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, which is dedicated to improving the outcomes of the underserved populations in Wisconsin. He's committed to Milwaukee and serves on the boards of many organizations, including the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Milwaukee, the Milwaukee Public School Foundation, Milwaukee Public Museum, and City Year Milwaukee. Peter earned a bachelor's degree from Franklin Marshall College and completed the University of Chicago Booth School of Business's Financial Executive Program. Chancellor Mone, I present Peter Fagan for the honorary degree, Doctor of Business.
Well, thank you. You're ahead of things. You're ahead of things. We're a little ahead of things. Upon recommendation of the faculty of the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I am pleased to confer upon you, Peter Fagan, the honorary degree, Doctorate of Business. I have to tell you, we had a reception for Dr. Fagan. May I call you Dr. Fagan now? We had a reception yesterday, and Peter is known within the Milwaukee Bucks organization as gifting people special shoes. And those shoes are often custom designed, and he's never received one. But in honor of his honorary degree, the team surprised him and gave him a one-of-a-kind special honorary degree shoe that he's proudly wearing today. When I heard that, let's hear it. When I heard that, I said, I've got to pull out, you know what, my special Panther black and golds. So here we go. Here we go. So we got it. Got it. So we have some fun, and that's something that Peter Fagan, Dr. Fagan, has done for Milwaukee, has brought joy, fun, a much greater sense of civic and community pride and engagement like we haven't had in this community in decades. So I think absolutely honoring him as an honorary doctor is more than just about Milwaukee locally or regionally. It truly has put us on the map globally, and I'm really proud of our affiliation with the Milwaukee Bucks. Thanks again, Peter. All right. Well, we're now about to begin the most important and the most valued part of this program in terms of what you've been waiting for a long time, in many cases quite a few years. 4 volunteers will make up a vital part of this portion of the program. These are the individuals who read our graduates' names. And this is not a job for the faint of the heart. I'd like to thank our readers for their help today. They include Gail Dukes, Trevor Rignibbe, see my challenge there, Rignibbe, Jim Schmidt, and Robin Van Harpen. A final word, well, first of all, let's give those folks applause. And you'll see what I mean. Now, a final word for all of our ceremony participants. To make today's program as meaningful for our last graduate who walks across the stage as it is for the first, I really request that you, after you receive your degree, you respectfully return to your seat for the remainder of the ceremony. Why that's important and why I want to put a little competition into this is that this morning we had our 127th graduation commencement. We had virtually everybody remain, and the cheer that went up for the last graduate was unlike anything I've ever heard in this arena. I want to challenge you to help me make that even louder this afternoon. It really is special, it's meritorious, it's well-deserved for all. So if you could honor me with that request, I would be very, very grateful. Now, there's one last set of instruction, and this is particularly important for parents. Parents, families, friends, you may have heard from your graduate that when they cross the stage, keep it down a little bit. You know, this is an important ceremony. It's one with you know, all the accoutrements of prestige and important ceremonial. But I have to tell you that chancellors outrank students, and I want you to overrule that and help me roar and give great applause when your student's name is called out. It's well earned, okay? Let's hear it for our students once again. I now call upon, again, Provost Scott Gronert to begin the process of awarding our academic degrees. Scott.
Thank you, Chancellor. I call upon Vice Provost and Dean of the Graduate School, Mark Harris, who will present candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and Doctor of Physical Therapy.
Thank you, Scott. Candidates for the degrees Doctor of Philosophy and Doctor of Physical Therapy will please rise. Chancellor Mone, these scholars have devoted years of intensive work to graduate study and research. In addition, they have defended dissertations that have been accepted by faculty committees as substantial contributions to knowledge in their respective fields. Therefore, upon recommendation of the Graduate Faculty Committee and by vote of the Board of Regents, they are presented for the highest academic recognition within the university, the doctoral degree.
Thank you, Dean Harris. You have completed requirements for your doctorate, and on the recommendation of the Graduate Faculty Committee, as we've just heard, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the University of Wisconsin System Board of Regents, I admit you to the appropriate doctor's degree. How does that sound? The appropriate doctor's degree for you. In testimony thereof, come forward at the discretion of the marshals with your escort and receive your diploma and the emblem of your achievement, your academic hood.
Erin Marie Lally, escorted by Jennifer Earl Bame.
Philip Zamachis, engineering, escorted by Konstantin Sobolev.
Rudy Marcineak, escorted by Kyle Ebersol.
Roy Wittenberg, civil engineering, escorted by Konstantin Sobolev.
Mason Artie Holly, escorted by Roger Smith.
Fuad Hotim Abudzara, computer science, escorted by Rohit Katia.
Kelsey Wagner, escorted by Wendy Huddleston.
Sachin Davis, engineering, escorted by Marcia Silva.
Amy Jensen, escorted by Wendy Huddleston.
Javier Dario San Juan Bicaro, engineering, escorted by Mohammed Rahman.
Sita Achterberg, escorted by Wendy Huddleston.
Tin Yao Ding, escorted by Diang Chu, College of Engineering and Applied Science.
Alejandra Peralta Werns, escorted by Wendy Huddleston.
Armin Yazdi, engineering, escorted by Nathan Salowitz.
Brandon Bigelow, escorted by Wendy Huddleston.
Abdel Rahman Salim, engineering, escorted by Nathan Salowitz.
Maya Anderson, escorted by Wendy Huddleston.
Ahmad Abdul Hadi, engineering, escorted by Nathan Salowitz.
Tanner Helgeson, escorted by Wendy Huddleston.
Jia Chu, engineering, escorted by Jiajing Zhang.
Christina Marie Vinipal, escorted by Wendy Huddleston.
Ronak Sidya, engineering, escorted by Dr. Robert Kuzner.
Elle Cornila, escorted by Wendy Huddleston.
Hadi Akbari Hagigat, engineering, escorted by Dr. Robert Kuzner.
Brandon Poozer, escorted by Wendy Huddleston.
Salah Al-Zugabi, medical informatics, escorted by Dr. Rob Kuzner.
Sadie Tenhagen, escorted by Wendy Huddleston.
Tian Lin, engineering, escorted by Habib Tabatabi.
Scott Brow, escorted by Wendy Huddleston.
Farzana Elzagori, engineering, escorted by Habib Tabatabi.
Jacob Jenkin, escorted by Wendy Huddleston.
David Fraley, engineering, escorted by Chu Law.
Mile Shever, escorted by Wendy Huddleston.
Alexandra Spalding, physics, escorted by Philip Chang.
Lily Schwartzberg, escorted by Wendy Huddleston.
Zonzi Liu, management science, escorted by Humin Cao.
Francesca Moore, escorted by Wendy Huddleston.
Xiao Xiao, management science, escorted by Humin Cao.
Jennifer Marie Dorr, escorted by Wendy Huddleston.
Chung Sang, management science, escorted by Atish Sinha.
Rebecca Johnson, escorted by Wendy Huddleston.
Jesse Nuri, management science, escorted by Kan Kuzu.
Shannon Bodilli, escorted by Wendy Huddleston. Cassandra Krieger, escorted by Wendy Huddleston. Sarah Nelson. Oh, wait a second. Sarah Nelson, escorted by Wendy Huddleston. Nathan Tokarek, escorted by Ann Swartz. I'll take that. Alexandra Rodriguez, escorted by Christy Greenleaf. I'll take that. Okay. Gretchen Paulson, escorted by Christy Greenleaf.
All right, let's have another round of applause for all of our doctoral degree recipients. Vice Provost for Research and the Dean of the Graduate School, Mark Harris, will now award the master's degrees to candidates who fulfilled their degree requirements.
Would the degree candidates for Master of Architecture, Master of Business Administration, Master of Fine Arts, Master of Healthcare Administration, Master of Science and Management, Master of Music, Master of Science, and Master of Urban Planning please rise? Chancellor Mone, I present these candidates for a second, third, or terminal degree in their respective fields. Upon recommendation of the Graduate Faculty Committee and by vote of the Board of Regents, they are eligible for admission to their appropriate degree.
Thank you, Dean Harris. You have completed the requirements for the appropriate master's or specialist degrees. On recommendation of the Graduate Faculty Committee and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the University of Wisconsin System Board of Regents, I hereby admit you to the appropriate master's degree. In testimony thereof, please come forward and receive your diploma when directed by the marshals. Until then, please be seated.
College of Health Sciences. Sarah Nicole Ferrara.
Peck School of the Arts, Jeff Townsend.
Hoda Zayed.
Chris Ann Rabin.
Slayman Al-Shari.
Hamchi Cheng.
Anthony Tate Craig III.
Sarah Drombowski.
Noen Mar Nelson.
Piraroj Pu Piban.
Carolyn Ivis.
Tamusat Nurivan Nisavon.
Gia Schultz.
Georgette Patricio.
Renu Venkatesh.
Samantha Carr.
Jasmine Tyree Bickerstaff.
Zachary Childress.
Nala Mallet.
Allison Calto.
Paige Elizabeth Granberg.
Samantha Scantlin.
Elisa Millis.
Emma Jean Lundquist.
Laura Cebu Hollis.
Lauren LaFond.
Michaela Fox.
Alex Malin.
Brooke Lund.
Hong Pak Wang.
Ian Patrick Kramer.
Mike Reno.
Jared Bonacek.
Noel Billings.
Abba Bahalaro.
Teresa Vanden Sorge.
Lauren Mortimer.
Christina Saldarelli.
Hallie Nest.
Stefan Brooklyn Lloyd Dixon.
Janelle Carroll.
Joel Aguilera.
Sarah Byrne.
Jacqueline Brown.
Alexandra Hatch.
Dijon Kirkland.
Alexis Killian.
Ricardo Martinez.
Devora Bela Halpern.
Catherine Joan Dyer.
Vola Mijas.
Vicky Lynn Beck.
Amal Assad.
Gavin Roberts.
Layla Abdallah.
Ileana Fermani Elsower.
Brandon Schultz.
Samu Jarvella.
Naeem Chankoko.
Alexander Woldke.
Justin Jose John.
School of Architecture and Urban Planning.
Bhuvana Ashwarwa Lingala.
Gunjan Kaur Badesha.
Sporty Reddy Inavalu. Alexis Gooden.
Pavesh Masand. Thank you.
Hannon Tuinstra.
Michael Major.
Abigail Finnegan.
Nicholas D'Amato.
Maria Soibert.
Annika Carlson.
Gracie Sutton.
Giam D'Amico Chichao.
Kylie Elizabeth Robinson.
Tess Richard.
Taylor Schwartz.
Allie Hickey.
Sarah Johnson.
Jorge Saenz.
Elizabeth Stewart.
Vagisha Chauhan.
Olawafatini Doyini.
Lisa Sun.
Elizabeth Menden.
Abigail Platts.
Agata Yorchak.
August Behrens.
Sheldon B. College of Business. Sheldon B. Lubar, College of Business. Brooke Canther.
Alejandro Vite Lopez.
Aaron A. Cochran Jr.
Ro Draw Us.
Richa Sharma.
Rachel Bergelen.
Nicholas Nimitz.
Connor Every.
Angela Dorsey.
Mark Thompson.
Anika Tylick.
Chris Root.
Megan Wallstad.
Alessandra Martua.
Antonia Elzy.
Jenny Tassi.
Bethsaida Colina.
Sydney Swift.
Sarika Kandula.
Natalie Marshall.
Devanche Pacholi Lakiwal.
Louis T. Glatfelty.
Sarah Harich.
Morgan Shapiro.
Cameron Hallman.
Larissa Glading.
Alicia Alcantara Perez Dundura.
William Henning.
Ross Younger.
Cole Gullett.
Sandeep Patil.
Jack Glavin.
Ross Borenstein.
Carly Farrell.
Jamie Zilmer.
Marissa Wilkins.
Carrie Jandoric.
O.T. Person.
Monique Liful Imashur.
Zachary McGillis.
Julia Rosso.
Griffin Went. Don Miguel Castro Jr.
Lakashima Kav Tumu.
College of Engineering and Applied Science.
Dorian Anderson. Yo.
Ming Jun Chen.
Brady Schneider.
Sydney Morgan.
Kelly Bodette.
Lauren Litsky.
Joseph Korn-Cavan.
Ryan Kabir.
Vishal Shah.
Soundarya Jaya Kumar.
Shutho Jinka.
Sharath Chander Pugalenthi.
John Loomer.
Akash Sumil Bedi.
Eric Shields.
Tariq Talat Mahmood Shak.
Garrett Smith.
Abmajit Singh Amuvalia.
Tyler Zinizek.
Mohammed Tanzil Sharia.
Bryant Beard.
Muhammad Maash.
Lindsay Vigut.
Shubham Singh.
Caitlin Karudza.
David Widener.
Neha Davidas Navarkar.
James Tobin.
Mansi Jane.
Gregory Vieira.
Krishna Rajendra Somani.
Dharmini Saravanan.
Mike Pasco.
Shubham Bawar.
Ishmael Cruz.
Hari Bharath Mahalinangam.
Robert Pomeranke.
Kishan Raj. How do you say your last name?
Luke LaCroix. Eric Sawyer.
Kishan Raj Vandervozi Gautam Kumar. Thank you.
Melissa Kastning.
Sharon Sanjiva Kumar.
Olivia Rice.
Manjari Kundanum.
Brooke Cromie.
Ashwin Kumar.
Nadha Natasha Moidu.
Mani Vakul Kana Marla Pudi.
Jose Luis Rivera.
Apala Gadam.
Mohammed Kaloti.
Miguel Jaimez.
Brandon Rice.
Duvan Siegfried.
Allison Barth.
Cody Lana.
Paul Jacobson.
Amina Saeed.
Aaron Natvig.
Will Coble.
Z Chang.
Pushyan Rupen Javeri.
Heather Zeitler.
Valay Ajay Kumar Patel.
Kaylee Signer.
Dhruv Arivan Bhai Patel.
Stephanie Dunn.
Raghavendoza Balswami Jetty.
Angelo Kamalari.
Chamin Lee.
Mike Vassarella.
Hisaman Fan.
Matt Waldock.
Haiju Young.
Nick Wishart.
Hemant Kalapudari.
Devin Casper.
Gayatri Gopakumar.
Livia Shai.
Dashayant Ramkatola.
Isabella Passamani.
Bindu Swetha Nikanti.
Lauren Spalding.
Vishnu Modavi Mika.
Maria Dragichivek.
Avishka Reddy Nala.
Onika Grogan.
Monica Marie Pudi.
William Peterson.
Nikhil Sonku.
Eric Bridges.
Vinay Kumar Reddy Kandula.
Bayazid Bostami Khan.
Deepthi Goranthla.
Brendan Andrews.
Pranaya Kotha.
Nicholas Kahala.
Nivas Kanmatha Reddy.
Alani Gaku.
Pritham Kandui.
Nathan Kuhn.
Obari Vasanth Akira Sari.
Dekshit Sekal.
Ali Rabi.
Vamsidar Reddy Bhavmana. Maruthi Manhor Radik Lanikabardi. Lokesh Chunichu. Navi Kumar Yanamandala. Say Saurabha Bugula. Gautam Reddy Deveridity. Say Pavar Macharini. Pranav. Eric Hypole. Aaron McDowell. Akapo Jairasi. Mubarak Mohammed. Lynn Zawakakisi. Kil Baragav Kali. MD Sumu Islam. Aaron Chapman. Patrick Tomforty. Ryan Horter. Aparna Kanan. Taylor Hayden.
Let's have another round of applause for the master's degree recipients. now come to the part of the program that is known to be a little bit loud, and we like it loud in the Panther Arena. It is the part that recognizes those candidates who have completed their studies leading to a bachelor's degree or an associate's degree. Before we begin, though, we'd like to show a short video from our Alumni Association reminding our bachelor's and associate's degree students why they will each have a commemorative coin returned to them after crossing the stage. So let's play the video.
Just a few short years ago, you came to UWM to begin your college career. You probably felt nervous, excited, and maybe even a little scared. You might not remember, but during those first few days, you were handed a gold coin to toss into the fountain. Perhaps you even made a wish as the coin left your hand. We didn't forget about those coins, or the hopes and dreams that accompanied them. Each coin represents the challenges you overcame to be standing here today. In a few moments, you'll walk across the stage and you'll be given that coin again. Now, as you stand ready to begin your next adventure, you're probably feeling proud, excited, and maybe even a little scared. Let this coin remind you of how hard you've worked, how much you've grown, and how far you've come. Now, as you move forward, the UWM Alumni Association is here to support you and is proud to welcome you to the Panther Alumni family.
Okay, let's get on with the show. It's ready to roll with our bachelor and our associate degree candidates. I call upon Interim Dean Moselle from the School of Architecture and Urban Planning.
Candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Architectural Studies, will you please rise? These students are from the only School of Architecture in the state of Wisconsin, therefore the best School of Architecture in the state of Wisconsin. Thank you. Chancellor Mone, these candidates have completed their course requirements and upon recommendation of the faculty of the School of Architecture and Urban Planning and by the vote of the regents, they are presented for their degree. Candidates, please be seated.
I next call upon Interim Dean Kevin Hartman of the Milton and Lillian Peck School of the Arts.
Candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Fine Arts, the finest young artists, filmmakers, dancers, actors, and musicians in the state of Wisconsin, please rise and make a little bit of noise. Chancellor Mone, these candidates have completed their course requirements and upon recommendation of the faculty of the Peck School of the Arts and by vote of the regents, they are presented for their degrees. Please be seated.
I now call upon Dean Kushal Shari of the Sheldon B. Lubar College of Business.
Candidates for the degree Bachelor of Business Administration, some of the future CEOs and business leaders will please rise. Chancellor Mone, these candidates have completed their course requirements and upon recommendation of the faculty of the Sheldon B. Lubar College of Business and by the vote of the regents, they are presented for the degree. Candidates, please be seated.
Next, I call upon Dean Brett Peters of the College of Engineering and Applied Sciences.
Candidates for bachelor's degrees in the College of Engineering and Applied Science, please rise and let us hear you. Chancellor Mone, these talented and innovative individuals are poised to use their analytical training and entrepreneurial spirit to go forth and change the world. Whereas they have completed their rigorous course requirements, been recommended by our outstanding college faculty, and approved by the Board of Regents, I'm therefore proud to present them for their appropriate degrees. Candidates, please be seated.
I call upon Interim Dean Mark Harris of the College of Health Sciences.
Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in the College of Health Sciences will please rise and give yourselves a cheer. Chancellor Mone, these candidates have completed their course requirements, and upon recommendation of the faculty of the College of Health Sciences and by vote of the Regents, they are presented for their degree. Candidates, please be seated.
I now call upon Dean Simon Bronner of the College of General Studies.
Candidates for the degree of Associate of Arts and Sciences in the College of General Studies with vibrant campuses in Washington County and Waukesha and programs on Milwaukee campus. Please rise. Chancellor Mone, these candidates have completed their course requirements upon recommendation of the faculty of the College of General Studies and by vote of the Regents, they are presented for their degree. Candidates, please be seated.
All right. Will all the candidates for bachelor's degrees and associate degrees please rise? Chancellor Mone, these candidates from the several schools and colleges of the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee have been presented by the respective deans for their appropriate degrees.
You have completed the requirements of your respective degrees. Therefore, upon recommendation of the various faculties and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents of the University of Wisconsin System, I admit you to the bachelor's and associate's degree appropriate to the courses that you have completed. In testimony thereof, you may come forward and receive your diploma when directed by the marshals. Until then, please be seated.
Stick this under.
Okay, you'll be the go-between. Yep.
All three of those are yours?
And you kind of try to peek around and hurry them along too a little bit if they're lingering. Do those together. Sheldon B. Lubar, College of Business. Shem Michael Claiborne, Jr.
School of Architecture and Urban Planning, Elijah Hurt.
Zachary Kosadowski.
Austin Corey Gardner.
Rahil V. Patel.
Marco Cordero.
Austin Metzger.
Evan Penau.
Zachary Hibbis.
Sean Ducho.
Jonathan Lopez.
Armando Daniel Chavez.
Bryce Koltgen.
Isaiah Juan.
Sadine Mahmood.
Declan McCormick.
Wala Alajmi.
Kira Orvis.
Christian Williams.
Abdib Mohammed.
Wyatt Topol.
Colin Schumacher.
Brendan O'Brien.
Isabella Constantino.
Hannah Chuju.
Jesus Hernandez.
Shalon Mems.
Samantha Vang.
Andrew New.
Amya Dorsey.
Marcus Klein.
Chirangding Kim.
Dylan Sykovich.
Jonathan McKenzie.
Vincent Orlando.
Maribel Cruz.
Benjamin Schock.
Cassandra Crenshaw.
Michael Stahowiak.
Alicia Kandel.
Dariana Lopez.
Alexander Eric Soa.
Dominique Ward.
Aiden Shank.
Matthew Erickson.
Raymond Larson III.
Elena Karachan.
Allison Ritchie.
Georgia Kellerman.
Mackenzie Rose.
Dylan Keller.
Devin Boyer.
Juan Castro Luna.
Nicholas Michalski.
Amy Cabrera.
Allison Jones.
Eduardo Castillo Hernandez.
Madison Sable.
Paola Espadas.
Adam Krepser.
Jennifer Ramirez Martinez.
Mary Farley.
Anthony Joseph Hoflick Jr.
Gabia Mutkunate.
George Ronald Miller.
Riley Steckert.
Ivan Guillermo Ramirez.
Macy Mentick.
Sofia Salerno.
Sam Whitman.
Victor Alejandro Jimenez.
Peter Nitch.
John Saris.
Colin Fleege.
Matthew Schmidt.
Brendan Tackett.
Jenna Herkowski.
Claire Masterson.
Ka Fruit Her.
Mason Patsu.
John Lau.
Lindsay Domitek.
Ali Al Granpour.
Danielle Frank.
Rivas Orozco.
Jeffrey Kwasinski.
Mohammed Al-Fakir.
Bailey Riley.
Ryan Steffen.
Luke Kolsch.
Jacob Schmeling.
Peck School of the Arts. Maria Sanfilippo.
Stephen Camacho.
Isabel Zemart.
Joseph Drukosen.
Kendra Croth.
Ryan Matiner.
Ashton Friedenberg.
Matt Geldnick.
Envy Lindsay.
Eduardo Magallones.
Helena Weddle.
Joseph Grabowski.
Maya Quintero.
Tegan Clayman.
Clark Hudick.
Isabella Perez Kuchka.
Shaylin Finley.
Reese Bittner.
Max Mikulski.
Trace Ferreira.
Brandon Pierce.
Hope Shong.
Zach Just.
Sonali Vang.
Gleb Murashka.
Andrew Thompson.
Kevin Hicks.
Chloe Scrober.
Diaja Barney.
Joshua Rushkiak.
Elena Benke.
Gabriella Bobak.
Miranda Parker.
Michaela Mustas.
Jared Ernst.
Caroline Hansen.
Tyler Glore.
Macy Mapes.
Miles Matias.
Gabrielle Majinski.
Samantha Steffen.
Giovanna Yakic.
Kulista Rolling.
Emily Jensen.
Janie Weber.
Abigail Aiken.
Natalie Caridad Winkleman.
Aaron Mershesky.
Rianne Barker.
Anders Getz.
Madeline Cowkins.
Kelly Galusha.
Matthew Francis Hess.
Claire Dabrowski.
Blair Weber.
Anthony Savalio.
Connor Thiessen.
Pierce Clare.
Sheann Wilson.
Adriana Panella.
Maria Smits.
Claire Lasavid.
Claire Dafinsky.
Caden Clark.
Abigail Kellen.
Cody Allen Dyer.
Lady Fernandez Chavez.
Luke Mammon.
Tyler Anselman.
Nathan Salvate.
Jonathan Griel.
Nikith Arian Good Ramagani.
Giovanni Hernandez Caballero.
Nicholas Clarence Wacker.
Jack Kannenberg.
Matthew Nowicki.
Hope Jackson.
Francesca Fisher.
Katie Reed Madecki.
Courtney Salverson.
Gabrielle Victracno.
Genesis Marquez.
Elizabeth Hankins.
Julio Gonzalez.
Justin Roberts.
Emily Bagan.
Matthew DeHart.
Vanessa Kruger.
Gordon Stuvlin.
Ava Matrenka.
Michael Mitchell.
Jillian Gabriel.
Benjamin Kaiser Pitts.
Casey Needham.
Callahan Ling.
Tyler Stair.
Alex Martinick.
Scott Edgar Holmes.
Sophia Miyoko Kia.
Arimathea Lyons.
Anthony Kopczynski.
Jacqueline Luco.
William Terrence Tony.
Fatma Gadur.
Shun Powell Jr.
Skyla Gabauer.
Ben Tilley.
Taylor Nelson.
Tia Mandikul Davis.
Faye Viverito.
Dante Kunkel.
Joseph Larson.
Kira Collin.
Julian Weborg.
Riyam El Abdul Hai.
Aaron Schliessman.
Christina McDermott.
Allison Kula.
Julia Bradfish.
Claudia Bauman.
Isabella Knutson.
Adric Mertens.
Grace Manenbuck.
Artie Muchai.
Daniel Rush.
Mitchell Thurwachter.
Kelly Dolner.
Justin Disturhaft.
Bailey Preston.
Cole Schrader.
Faith Richa.
Ani Santos Pena.
Claire Bjorgo.
Timothy Romang.
Emily Wykes.
Baram Diala Singh.
Mackenzie Saven.
Yelenin Banovich.
Tu Tsong. Shang.
Jeremiah Koenig.
Megan Olson.
Francesca Torres Castro.
Madison Westrich.
Anna Antoinette Elizabeth McKee.
Conrad Krieger.
Eric Ojeda.
Logan Sandberg.
Tawana Ward.
Charles Heinzelman.
Nicole Shaw.
Hannah Perez.
Abigail Spitzer.
Luca Bykowski.
Man Tung.
Ruby Wilson.
Adam Smith.
Fiona Lawton.
Feroz Khan.
Victoria Mora.
Jason Robinson.
Sofia Avila Serrano.
Jonathan Larson.
Jonathan Frank.
Tyler Legend.
Bradley Seabrook.
Tomas Artiales.
Nicholas Tenalua.
Jessica Gruzeski.
Aaron Falk.
Blake McCurdy.
Mitchell Jakubowski.
Evan Ruplinger.
Ashley Bond.
Samuel Hendricks.
Chance Gordon.
McKenna Getz.
Candace Booker.
Cassidy Askin.
Alexander Reiner.
Megan Newgard.
Ahmad Asa.
Sydney Sampson Webb.
Tyrone King.
Trinity Rush.
Matthew Kunepper.
Dylan Haggett.
Kaylin Mundorf.
Thomas Baker.
Ian Choin.
Braden Hopfensperger.
River Nex Gray.
Angela Hascodi.
Reagan Glazer.
Abraham Romero.
Griffin Larson.
Mahogany Glover.
Grace Noe.
Derek Mayer.
Alyssa Boren.
Ellis Eberhardt.
Cecilia Gottschalk.
Hanan St. Hilaire.
Christopher Morgan Bratva.
Carly Zimmer.
Nicholas Schwichtenberg.
Tulong Vu.
Eric Simon.
Ryan Conrad.
Ryan Kumar.
Jackson Rowe.
Braden Tetzloff.
Bryce Castellina.
Peyton Lang.
Francisco Eugenio Campos.
Sarah Doctor.
Zachary Johnson.
Mackenzie Ann Edwards.
Robert Mackey.
Clara Hensel.
Jason Doyle.
Zoe Luffman.
Dakota Kane.
Amber Rose McNeil.
Brian Torres.
Hanud Su.
Becky Shong.
Savi Morse.
Natalie Stetner.
Quinn Steffens.
Lauren Shihu.
Zoe Stilches.
Akash Dudhat.
Joshua Bausch.
Joseph Fernandez.
Tori Dow.
Liam Fish.
Allison Manthe.
Brody Royston.
Brittany Waite.
Carson Azak.
Jersey Pop.
Claire Eld.
Kaylee Waters.
Daniel Brown.
Joseph Schmidt.
Noah DeGroot.
Kaylee Dufek.
Daniel C. Munoz.
Carissa DiMato.
William Frick.
Emma Erickson.
Matthew Stonen.
Sophia Van Horn.
Andrew May.
Catherine Duamato. Elizar Galegas.
Kevin Seta Valencia.
Jacob Rosenberg.
Kristen Reynolds.
Ian Rubosh.
Paula Payton.
Abigail Ambrose.
Taylor Bondar.
College of Engineering and Applied Science. Ryan Rowdy.
William Blaylock.
Luke Westoff.
Nicholas Apollone.
Connor Booth.
Braden Naif.
Cameron Furseth.
Kyle Owen.
Nova Anderson.
Jack Dankwart.
Alan J. Holzheimer III.
Reed Walter Nauman.
Kevin Lawrence Pedley.
Aaron Thompson.
Cameron Parker Kendall.
Brandon Putterman.
Johann Sebastian Enchandia.
Evan McGinnis.
Jason Morrison.
Nicholas Servac.
Alexander Charu.
Jacob Belkey.
Dylan Nicosia.
Sebastian Laverde.
Oliver Swenson.
Evan Donlin.
Omar Hamad.
Hannah Kilburn.
Yasmin Al-Sharid.
Riley Spankowski.
Wyatt Calmer.
Shelby Paradowski.
Michael John Dudenis.
Hunter Phillips.
Christopher Zizi.
Kirsten Lorraine Olson.
Kenneth John Krause Jr.
Reese Haas.
Roberto Munoyes.
Barbara Cooper.
Daniel Ram Jr.
Elizabeth Lincoln.
Christopher Dodero.
Warren Lower.
Quentin Farida Gundlach.
Zing Tha Sung.
Seth Kinney.
Julie Van Serchen.
Samuel Jacob Brugink.
Mari Williams.
Vincent Belke.
Taylor Konzel.
Michael Tolad.
Dylan Hoffman.
Shon Shin.
Trenton Holtz.
Andrew Perutka.
Thomas Casper.
Benjamin Hanson Rather.
Jacob Zielinski.
Andrew Grady.
Jenna B. Ignarski.
Aiden Moyer.
Ashlyn Cinto.
Hunter Montgomery.
Joseph Oxner.
Daniel Betcher.
Carl Klemowitz.
Connor Oakes.
Ethan Kruger.
Lucas Barthel.
Theodore Stakoviak.
Stephen Wenninger.
Dean Devo.
James Beltieri.
Elaine Meredith Bishke.
Nathan DeMock.
Gabriella Bestel.
Benjamin Huyn.
Elliot Kite.
Ethan Monka.
Aaron Schultz.
Jared Rasmussen.
Sean Stievelberg.
Asker Picasso.
Jonathan Kaler.
Samuel Tucker.
Elliot Shager.
Adam Weiser.
Shu Patel.
Mason Schuf.
Logan Morrow.
Olivia Schomer.
William Gustafson.
Joseph Kramer.
Leilani Caban.
Aaron Schmidt.
Christy Arushalu.
Chandler Bowers.
Connor Ellis.
Jacob Allman.
Alexander Ratliff.
Jared Brown.
Raymond Luang.
Nicholas Gilhouse.
Ashley Perez Santiago.
Tyler Went.
Sean Lockney.
Margaret Sarevmonelli.
Anna Marie Jones.
Terrence Lee.
Kelly Vera Rivera.
Edward Simpson.
George Brooks.
Anupam Medirakuthi.
Jacob O'Donnell.
Anthony Seeks.
Marco Valdepena.
Nathan Kaplan.
Andrew Fritz.
Matt Howard.
Megan Setter.
Francis Nessler.
Addie Francis.
Nicholas Gentekis.
Rowan Assad.
Henry Wiedemann.
Victoria Rose Guanyala.
Braden William Mork.
Camilla Namayumaba.
Joshua Hinman.
Quinn Garretts.
Milad Masudi.
Colton Pusick.
Broderick Hebert.
Kaylee Alsbury.
Dennis Eisen.
Yoonjae Kim.
Catherine Radai.
Julia Sharafinsky.
Drake Alex Hallbeck.
Gretchen Schmuck.
Mason Stelter.
Danielle Doville.
Adam Vandenboss.
Caitlin Waddle.
Nadim Kerr.
Sarah Bowers.
Joshua Bone.
Holly Taylor Cumlin.
Yurio de Santiago.
Brianna Goodstein.
Jeffrey Tour.
Jaquan Taylor.
Dante Brown.
Jalisa Lenny Welch.
George Call.
Autumn House.
Thomas Brefka.
Lauren Swice.
Prodinia Narwaker.
Nick Wilkie.
Kaveri Salonki.
Megan Warchel.
Caitlin Owens.
Samantha Andrews.
Talia Manansala.
Joelle Afanga.
Rachel Kirkhoff.
Sheldon Schister.
Jonathan Charles Stone.
Damani Safford.
Nancy Martinez.
Jason Majerus.
Seth Weiss.
Jaya Hall.
Judas Lane.
Anthony Leverhay.
Diego Lopez.
Ainsley Bunch.
Yonje Cho.
Brianna Zablocki.
Saf Ahmad Kazrai.
Amber Seacrest.
Basir Husani.
Cameron Polsey.
Wajaha Ali Shah.
Olivia Latus.
Yazen Salam.
Morgan Weathers.
Sparrow Rock.
Joseph Steinlogue.
Caitlin Sprandel.
Eli Licht.
Patrick Edelman.
Tim Nolt.
Haytam Shwikiak.
Joseph Furman.
Ashley Marie Maas.
Ethan Kurtz.
Tying Tao.
Solman Rahim.
Osama Khan.
Bobby Isaiah Davis.
Zachary Moy.
Ahmad McLean.
Manuel Garmenzez.
Tyler Frederick.
Donald Moronic.
Brian Schultz.
Hilhwan Kim.
Hugo Simbolnik.
Tu Shong.
Ekao Mu.
Nimanya Ashanin.
Ella Peter.
Mitchell Fryand.
Leo Pontieri.
Adam Berger.
Nicholas Battaglia.
Gabrielle Picato.
Gabrielle Delcado Miscles.
John Lena.
Hannah Kurtu.
Evan Focused.
Victorio Varela.
Evan Scare.
Marley Francis Wozniak.
Caden Turnquist.
Olivia Irene Limex.
Abigail Citadino.
Catherine Williams.
Devin Tubirin.
Olivia Morotek.
Andrew Dykeman.
Daniel O'Brien.
Ethan Beck.
Jared Klechka.
Kevin Flynn.
Jonathan Collin.
Selahadin Tuklu.
Hunter Tao.
Wailing Shak.
Joe Walter.
Rosalba Huerta.
Peyton Berg.
Hassan Abdullah.
Keegan Shrigardis.
Abdul Rahman Yaya.
Kayla Julius.
Gabriela Cutie Rodriguez.
Dawson Fox.
Marina Slowinski.
Kyle Flynn.
Mickey Othement.
Kevin Wynn.
Caden Blendauer.
James Garcia.
Humraj Baria.
Joseph Accaret.
Dylan Andrew.
Nicholas Noble.
Jake Ryan.
Abraham Atari.
Mitchell Vang.
Carter Knuth.
Matthew Dipbrender.
Rob Bale.
Joshua Foster Beamsley.
Andrew Gaeta.
Grant Chonacki.
Henry Kucha.
Quinn Anderson.
Reed Pazuski.
Ryan Severson.
Alyssa Ports.
Dan Ripka.
Tylena Harrington Peoples.
Danielle Keeles.
Christina Yang.
Steve Knopp.
Crystal Chavez.
College of General Studies.
Michael Calzaretta.
Samuel Ryan Sosa.
Armando Patricio Perez.
Lance Pieper.
Elizabeth May Shee.
Elizabeth Bjork.
Rebecca Zimmerman.
Trenna Hambley.
Elena Aviles.
Grace Sawchuk.
Robert Buckingham.
Avani Tandine.
Benjamin Ewig.
Avantika Tandin.
To her.
Delandria Neona Clark.
Matthew Ives.
Alana Michaelis.
Kaylee Lazarski.
Michaels. Connor McFarland.
Natalia Dudley.
Raneria Howell.
Dominique Renee Jones.
Nicole Tilch.
Luciano Stevenson.
Avery Anderson.
Ryan Jaskolski.
Jonathan Wise.
Efrain Laro Osorio.
Sincere Gardner.
Nicholas Caravidas.
Anna Braunschweig.
Cameron Steinmetz.
Anmari Santiago.
Cameron Griffiths.
Kanan Siobhan Hadamio.
Eric Velasquez. Maya King. Harkarnveer Singh. Noah Stiles. Mohammed Numayan Al-Bishri. Sam Vandy Bogert. Alex Anderson. Jason James. Olivia DeVries. Manar Farhan. Munira Abdullahi. Jerson Vargas. Alberto Marban. Myla Alahi. Victoria Miller. Okay.
College of Health Sciences. Tiffany Klett. Laura Peterson. Yolanda Felipe. Alexandra Rodriguez. Jennifer Castillo Zuniga. Alec Gozick. Ashley Zamora. Elena Diaz. Matthew Byer. Oriyapam Ankarashriwat. Melissa Vang. Marion Mercado. Hope Susky. Yasmin Ali. McKenna Anderson. Citrine Sumara. Katrina Kramer. Latoya Solis. Ying Lu. Sydney Sprecher. Yazan Mahamud. Jules Van Shovik. Alicia Stromberg. Andrea Bellert. Angela Kordick. Holly Anderson. Elizabeth Peters. Emily Wagey. Aaron Rapinski. Quinn Sullivan. Christian Valise Acosta. Emily Dentisi. Caitlin Rakers. Connor Mashans. Ellie Roach. Haley May. Kelly Nevsmal. Amber Jensen. Sydney Jo Gazella. Sydney Malone. Chelsea Butney. Kayla Miller. Alyssa Hughie. Margaret Boehner. Denise Jockums. Carson Weisgerber. Madison Redeker. Ariana Vizentainer. Sophia Pouts. Samantha Crook. Brooke Karpinski. Chloe Belonia. Nicholas White. Alexis Legowski. Melissa Anderson. Travika Curry. Aaron Wild. LaDiamond Flowers. Tiniola Adejani. Jessica Feliciano. Amanda McCobb. Alyssa Lowe. Katrina Angeles. Jenna Burton. Tania Ortega. Lily Shireman. Megan Shawabi. Chloe Oberman. Faith Finnendahl. Mackenzie Scheibel. Katie Bauer. Sienna Colon. Jenna Medora. Jenna Nielsen. Erica Brinka. David Frank Jakubik. Gratian Jules. Ariana Miller, Kalila Sheridan, Ani Sharafanuggle, Jada Shu, Caleb Grady Henry III, Patrick Ramesh, Micah Dennis, Noella Egby, Madeline Carilla, Chrissy Nichelle Morales, Adriana Castillo, Jaskirit Sutwu, Lily McClutchy, Avery Boyer, Javante Warner, Nathaniel Becker, Jacob King, Sydney Downs, Dylan Seeloff, Tyra Haley Domingo, Samantha White, Ashley Tobin, Claudio Cisneros, Michaela Johnson, Alexis White, Callista Wanke, Jordan Meyer, Alyssa Borowski, Sophia L. Zebart, Raleigh Elgire, Haley Hutter, Kayla Bassett, Natalie Ohl, Luke Garney, Ashley Arndt, Chloe Hansen, Quentin Henry Morris, Mark Connolly, Marcel Montez de Oca, Lisa Stout, Mary Bender, Dantel Gilliard, Josh Kidder, Danielle Knizik, Lexi Blazer, Devin Wagner, Sawyer Ladd, Tyler Jones, Faith Pressinger, Rebecca Niemark, Christopher Willem Groth, Mary Dion, Abigail LaChance, Nikki Song, Maria Sanchez, Nu Tao, Amira Hassan, Nina Beezer, Kayla Schwartz. Sarah Buswell. Precious Osali. Precious Osake. Lillian Campshire. Kayla Megorowski. Madison Francine. Abigail King. Abigail Quinnell. Emily Van Dyke. Sabrina Yankee. Danielle Thompson. Osama Jasser. Hazim Patel. Angela Bartell. Alexandria Mirandola. Elena Pinchuk. Michelle Loxon. Sharon Martin. Tiana Bethley. Maggie Pulvermacher. Adam Vang. Anna Kane. Cassidy Christman. Yaman Abdel-Jabbar. Jasmine Perez. Hannah Drummond. Greta Huber. Dana Nimitz. Anna Buzzard. Talia Lokin. Youssef Ahmad Al-Rashed. Serena Micaiah Lee. Hugh Vang. Heber Bodwin. Faith Palin. Elisa Biazitsky. Dylan Stefanik. Sophie Grace Ellis. Jordan Zalewski. Maria Stick. Annalie Guerrero Cardenas. Alexa Miranda Lovo. Kayla Rose Hazen. Megan Gross. Trayton Davis. Amelia Beth Ayers. Serena L. Martinez.
So, platform party, help me be the judge. Was that a bigger crowd roar than this morning's? Yes, absolutely. Let's hear it for this great graduating class. Now, I would ask all of our undergraduates, bachelors, and associates to please rise. Okay? Now, you know that tradition has it that until you've officially graduated, the tassel must fall to the right side. So at this point, I would ask you to take that tassel and move it over to the left, and with the vocal support of everyone, let's make that move. Here we go. Let's do it. Now, with them still standing, I would ask all of our graduates to please rise for the recessional. And let's hear it for all of our graduates for the May 2023 class of UWM. Well, congratulations, graduates. We've done it. This brings to a close the May 2023 University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee's afternoon commencement program. As the platform party does march out, I ask the audience to please remain in attendance and that all of our graduates remain at their seats until directed by the marshals. As you leave the arena to continue on with the celebration with your graduate, please exit out of the north, which is behind me, or out of the west side, which is going to be out of the east side, which is over here. So the north or the east side. And those are going to be the State Street and Vel Phillips Avenue. Thank you all for coming. Have a safe and happy summer. And once again, congratulations one more time to the class of 2023.